and welcome to today's video. In today's video I'm going to show you how to make a drop down list that changes based on the data in your data set. Now before I do that, I'm just going to talk you through what I would have done in the past to create a drop down list based on a data set. And as you can see with this data set, we've got lots of the same make of car here. So what I would have done in the past would have been to copy that column and then potentially on a separate page pasted it in and then used the data ribbon, and then I would have gone to remove duplicates. The disadvantage of that is a static list, so if at a later date we add more types of car to our list, it won't update the drop down. However, in modern Excel, in the Office 365, we have something called unique, which is a formula that can generate a list like this, that if I was to add a new entry, as I've got here, so if I copy that and then I paste that into row 40, you will see straight away my list is updated. My drop down here is based on that list, so if I have that Skoda on there, it updates. If I undo that, take that out, you'll see now if I go back to my drop down, there is no Skoda on the list. Okay, so how did I do this? Well, the first thing that I did was to make the formula the unique. So if I do equals unique, and if I press the insert function button, you'll see that there are several bits to this. So I'm going to start off with the array. So I'm going to select the cells where the names of the cars are, or the makes of the cars are, sorry. We've then got an option here of do we want to do it by columns or by rows. So if we do it by columns, we would put the word true in. If we want to do it by rows, we would put the word false in. So I'm going to do it by rows. And then we've got an option here of exact once. So if we do it as true, it will only give us the list of items that appear once in the list. If I do false, it will just give me everything that's in the list but only one occurrence of it. So if I put false in, when I press OK now, you will see I get my list. Now if I go to the cell that I'm going to put my drop down in, I'm going to go to the data ribbon and data validation, and as you would normally do, I'm going to go in, I'm going to pick the option of a list. When I go and do my source, I'm just going to click into the first entry. Now instead of selecting all of them, because at a later date it may get bigger, little trick, if you put a hash symbol after that, it tells it to select the data set that L3 is connected to. So at the moment that's from L3 to L17, but if we add a new entry in, that will increase. So if I press OK now, you'll see I get my drop down and I've got my list of cars in there. Now just so I can find that when I come back, I'm going to put a board around that. Now what I want is to be able to get this to update for me. Now the way to do that is, rather than doing my formula, my unique, based on a specific start and end point, what I need to do is to create a table out of my data set. So if I do Control and T and then I press OK, and then what I need to do then is just replace the A2 to A39 with the column. So if I click just above where the column name is, I now get table 2 and then the name of the column make. So by doing it that way, if I now go back to my other page and get my additional car that I'm going to add on, I can now go to the bottom of my list, I can paste that in, and you'll see straight away, like it did on the previous one, Skoda has now appeared. If I go back to my drop down you will see that Skoda also appears in that list. So a nice way to get a self-updating drop-down list based on the entries that you put in. Okay guys, I hope you found that useful. If you did, can you give me a thumbs up? And if you want to see more videos from me, please remember to press subscribe and click that notification bell. That way when I drop a new video, YouTube will let you know. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.